Hey everybody, I want to apologize for my behalf to not update you guys sooner. Um, it's just we got the news and knowing what was happening to my dad, and stuff like that. So let's start with my grandpa. My grandpa is moved to the rehab hospital that my dad was in, um, that was kind of getting semi better and stuff like that. Um, so he's in there. Um, he's kind of eating. Um, they tried to tell him that he needs to eat more to get his strength and stuff like that. Um, yesterday, um, Monday, I went to see both of them. To get out of the house and stuff like that. Uh, he was looked like he was doing okay, you know, stuff like that. Yesterday, he looked pale, um, and of course in pain. Um, he had a lecture on my mom, and she told him you can't say no to anything like physical therapy, because if you do it 3 times, then they're going to send you to a assisted living. um so we'll see what happens. um so that's what's happening there. To me and mom, just because his age and his body is catching up with his age, um he is allowing us he wants us to call people, call his you know a little bit of family that he still has and stuff, um and to tell people what's happening to him and why he's not at home and doing archery and such. um let's see. Oh, and then he wanted us to pay, get his debit card and take out some money to pay for the um funeral thing. He wants to be cremated, um and stuff like that. So mom today is getting that situated, getting paid off. So you know his mind is, I don't know if he knows that I think it's my time to go, or what. It's like, okay, of course this is important, getting that done is important, because they had a plan. Grandma's cremated. He's when he does, um then there's a thing in the book. They have everything planned. They have a binder of what to do and this and that and wills and such. um that when the time comes for grandpa, and when the ashes, and then we take them to whatever and spray their ashes. So we know we got that covered. But it's just the idea of, yeah, he's thinking about it. um I think it's reality settled, kicked him in the butt, and say, hey, even though you're 94, you can still do things, but right now your body can't, because you've been through a lot. You been in, you know, you're a veteran. You know, you were in Vietnam, or whatever Grandpa was doing at the time, but serving a little bit of the country. Um, and, you know, did Girl Scouts. They kind of took over the Girl Scouts in Washington State. You know, one I think is Bellevue or so. Anyways, and then he did archery, and Grandma did her, you know, cooking, and you know, she she died because her body just gave out. It was like it was time. You know, she nonstop working. You know, so it's like Grandpa. Grandpa is semi like Grandma, but he's getting slower. Um, so yeah, then I think it was Tuesday. Mom asked, just out of curiosity, if we can use your car. Well, basically, this newer car, I wish Grandpa got a used car, and a little bit bigger car. Why people don't want small cars, please? I hate small cars. Especially, yes, I'm short, but it's hard to get out of and in. Um, so he said, yeah, that's fine. Why wouldn't I let you do that? So that's, first he didn't want us to touch his car, and now he wants us to use the car. Yeah, he's yeah, I worry about him. Um, but anyways, so we took the car, gave it a car wash, and needed a bath. Um, Especially, you know, in a desert state, you have to wash your car. Um, so, and plus that he has really good air conditioning. Um, but yeah, Mom did good. I helped her and stuff like that. So we drove good yesterday. Um, Sorry, my voice is a little cracky. I just woke up, so I'm a little droggy. So just bear with me. Um, let's see what else with Grandpa. I think that's it. It's just that we have feelings, and I don't think he's gonna drive or do archery, you know, that stuff. You never know, but way he is now. Okay, so on to my dad. Just bear with me if I cry. It's not good news. Sorry, this is a trigger warning. I like to talk about my life because I just have my mom to talk to. I don't have anybody else to talk to. So I'm sorry if these videos are getting a little boring or you don't really care. That's okay. Um, I know we're going through a lot around the world, and you know what's happening now and such. Anyways, let's see, when was it? I think it was day after did an update for you guys. Yeah, it was day after the day that I upload, and I told you guys what was happening and stuff like that. And we didn't know what was happening to my dad when he was at the hospital and stuff. Anyways, so when he was at the hospital, he had pneumonia. stuff in your, so that could kill person like that. Um, his TMI, his booty boo boo. If you sit too long, you can actually get butt sore. So please don't get those. Those are nasty. Anyways, so his, butt sore was getting better. Now it's a gaping hole, cause the place that he was at, and a rehab center. Um, I know these ones kind of care, but they're not caring enough. Um, it seemed like they just gave up on my dad, which is sad. Um, so let's see what else he had. Oh, they did a when he went to the hospital. They did a brain scan, because it's been a very long time for that. It's not good news. His brain's actually shifted. Still bleeding. Still spinal fluid still going. Of course, he has the drainage, but it's just that stuff. Yeah. So basically, oh, and also, I always wonder why my dad was acting weird or aggressive or, not himself, and always falling and balancing and stuff. Technically, when he had not the normal stroke, but the Bell palsy, it did damage, like the hearing and stuff like that. It also did damage to his brain, to the point that he continued having small strokes, like, you can't tell the person having a stroke, and small seizures. So that's why he's been falling, unbalanced, getting angry, this and that. Not drinking, doesn't want to eat certain stuff, So, yeah, it was like, oh my God, that was going on. And even when he was at one of the places when he started, he was having a seizure, but you can't tell, or a stroke, you can't tell. So the nice lady and I spoken up, and the nice lady said, honestly, I would let him go. And she's mad. She's mad that play is not taking care of a person, or seeing signs that this person's not going to be okay. I wouldn't mind them say, hey, we think he's not going to get better. Then that's fine. But don't let him rot. Don't, at least try to do something. So basically that meeting that we had was nothing. Then, so my mom, when the lady left, my mom called my half-sister, I just call her my sister now, that lives in Washington State. She's gonna come down here on the 12th. I think the 12th or the 13th, we're gonna pull his feeding tube and take away the meds. And just let him slowly dehydrate, and pass peacefully. Because this is not what he wanted. My mom thought she was going to give him a chance, and I feel sorry for her. Now she feels bad that she should have stopped. in October when things weren't going right. He has been suffering. He's in pain. So yeah. So that day was a hard day. And then I helped mom the best I can. And she started doing stuff, making lists, see who to call. I was helping her, like, telling about the, tube lady that changed his catheter, things like that. Like maybe some appointments, especially like that or so, or like his hearing aids, like what's the point of that? So we're gonna see if we can donate those at the hearing place, and stuff like that. We already went through his clothes that he has here at the house so far. I kept some, my mom kept some, half we own, a few we kept that we can put in frames, or give one shirt to his brother William, and the rest garbage. So we did kind of that stuff that we have here, and then when we do get a motorhome, now we don't have to worry about size or anything. The saddest thing is that I was going to make a bucket list for my dad so he can see things before, But I had a feeling he was not going to live. This was going to happen. You had that gut feeling, or God's telling you, hey, it's time. Anyways, then we'll go to the storage unit here and go through his other box of clothes, because he brought a big box of clothes. He's that type of person. Then we'll go through that. Oh, excuse me. And whatever else he has that he brought over here. And then when it's time, we'll go back. Well, first, we're gonna see what's happening to Grandpa, and then if he goes to that sad direction, and then we can, work here, and then go there to, do that. But for now I want to see what's going to happen to Grandpa. So we're going to wait on that kind of stuff. But we're still going to get a motorhome so we can have our own space. So, yeah. Mom went through papers and such, and threw away that we don't need of the stuff. She kept the orange binder that has important stuff. Oh, my nephew, Elijah, made my mom asked Elijah if he could make a GoFundMe page, because all these bills from my dad, from being flown to Phoenix to the big hospital, of course that's expensive, and all this stuff is expensive. It's jacked up, and of course when my dad goes, we're not going to have that chunk of money. I still get money from, the state. But we're used to being poor. we know what to do. We manage. I grew up being poor or middle class. So my life is, have money, have no money, money's tight. So, and going to food banks. I love food banks. It depends on how they do their food and if they, take care of stuff. So we'll manage. We can manage ourselves. So yeah. So anyways, if you want to help out, if it's just a small amount or whatever, it helps. It's on my Facebook page, and same name on my YouTube channel, so you can check it out, and hopefully, please help, cause it will help a lot, so yeah. I would like to show you, but I'm using my phone and my iPad. I forgot to charge last night. So, if you want to be my friend on Facebook, that's fine. But, just go on there and you can find it and stuff like that. So, yeah. Let's see, anything else so far? Oh, my dad's back at rehab. The first time I saw him at the hospital, except that time, when he was moved to a different room, he started seeing more things. Because of his brain being half dead, things come and go. He even said, "Is it time to go upstairs?" And my mom said, try to keep it cool. Said, "No, Ivy, I will stay downstairs. If you need to go upstairs, you go upstairs. It's okay. If it's your time to go, you can go." So we started, of course, bawling. But it takes him a while to be semi-awake and just talking. Sometimes it's some words you can understand him saying. Some is just gibberish, but at least he's talking. Yeah, and when we left, we took some nice pictures. So I kissed him on the cheek, or I lay my forehead on his forehead. And I kissed him on the nose, and I leaned on my side so he could kiss me on my cheek. He kissed me on the cheek. And then we waved by. He actually waved for the first time. So, it's like he knows. That was a lot of energy for him, which it was good to see him a little bit interacting. And then Monday he was kind of awake, and then yesterday he was not that quite awake because I think, we have hospice is actually taking over to checking on him, make sure he's comfortable. They're not going to pull it until we're all there. And two, we also need to have a meeting, all three of us, and tell the place what's going on and what we're doing, and then we'll go and do that, or have them do that. But I think hospice yesterday came and took care of his butt sore, at least to make him comfortable. Because we don't want it get affected and have him deceased fast or anything. So that's what's happening. So when that does happen, I might let you know, or I might just, try to keep myself productive and busy, and just stay positive on hopefully good things to come. But yeah, my mental health, of course, is not the great because of, family, and then what's happening around the world. I wish T-Man leave the White House. Just to let you know, I know you probably don't care or whatever, but I'm getting my 2 cents in. My mom told me that the reason T-Man is starting this wonderful thing over there, the W, just in case I can't say it, I'll just, say the word, the letter, because he wants to stay president, and not have the election going. So, just let you know, I feel sorry for people over there, I really do. Nobody should get hurt. Even though we're different countries, foreign countries, we're all people, we're all humans. No, we don't need this. We need to take care of our planet, our home, and all this stuff happening needs to stop, because we're all struggling. It's hard to get maybe therapy now because everybody needs it, So just check on your loved ones, check on everybody, check on yourself, do a mental health check-in. I saw that somebody did it, so I started doing it on my YouTube channel, do it on here. So that's why I do it frequently. Because it's one way to know everybody's doing semi-okay, or, stuff like that. Don't be silent. Speak your opinion. Just take care of yourself. Be careful. Be safe. I love you. I'm going to try to take care of myself and my mom and our pets. We'll be okay. You be okay. And I'll talk to you when I feel up to it. Yes, I might lose subscribers. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. It's just, I'm being raw. I'm being raw, real. No edit, no shortcuts, no AI gibberish that I hate. This is my life, and I want to share it. This is like a diary type thing for me. Get my feelings out. If you're going through something like this, I'm here for you. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for this long video. I hope you do okay, and hopefully we get through this and have a better life. So yeah, just stay positive, stay productive, and yeah. Bye, guys.